just finished recording and I just realised this looked awful the entire time. That's so embarrassing. I need to get my life organised. There we go. You can just go laugh at that for the entire video. Well, I'm going to laugh at it anyway. Hello, my exciting Keiths. My name is Patrick and welcome to Fun with First Names, where each week we look into the meaning, origin and some extra fun facts behind one specific first name. And this week we're looking into the first name of Olga. Though before we begin, I just need to remind you we're trying to hit that goal of $1,000 a month on Patreon by the end of June. We're about $860 at the moment, so we need just 140 more of you to donate $1 and we will be there in no time. And when I hit that goal, I'm going to make one of my most requested videos, a huge video. Now all the states of the USA got their name and their nickname, and not only that, if we hit it before June, I'm going to shave my facial hair off because, I don't know, I'm going to humiliate myself, and I hope that might work, make you give me money. I don't know, but there'll be a link down below. Go support on Patreon if you can and if you want to. And I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who did become a patron in the most recent week. This includes Dan Barlow Jr., Rob Collini, Robbie R, and Alfonso Lapius. Thank all you guys so much. Apologies if I mispronounced your name and apologies if I left you out there, but thank you all so much. Anyway, on with today's name of Olga, and Olga is an incredibly Russian name. And what's interesting about this Russian name of Olga is it can show us just how confusing the Russian language can be at times, and however, despite being so definitively Russian, Olga didn't originate in Russia. Olga is the Russian adaptation of a Germanic name, with that Germanic name being Helga, with Helga unto itself just being the feminine form of the masculine name of Helge. And what's interesting about this is despite that Helga is just a female form of Helge, Helge isn't actually popular anymore. I've never heard the name Helge, but I've heard Helga anyway. This name of Helge comes from the Old Norse roots of Helgi and simply means holy / blessed. The name Helga entered the Russian lexicon of names thanks to Saint Olga, or Saint Helga I presume. She was born in a place called Kievan Rus, and if you've never heard of this place like I hadn't, it's basically a land area that straddles somewhere between Russia and sort of the Germanic speaking part of Europe. It eventually expanded to become the nation of Russia we know it as today. St. Olga's name became so popular in Russia because it was St. Olga who spread Christianity throughout Russia, and Christianity is kind of a big deal over there, so that's why her name's so popular. Like I said, I imagine she was initially called St. Helga before she became the poster child for Christianity over in Russia, and they adapted the name into Olga. But why did the Russian language change Helga into Olga? Well, this all seems to stem from how exactly the Russian language itself works, and I just need to stress, I am by no means an expert on the Russian language. I mean, like, have you seen it? Though from what I could gather on the Russian language is that Russian doesn't have any sort of H sound, like we have a H sound. Russian is tends to be a really sharp, consonant-filled language. It doesn't really use breathy sounds like huh like we do here in English and other Germanic languages and other languages around the world, I suppose. No huh for Russia, no breathy sounds. I'll stop doing that now. This means when they're exporting words from other languages that include H's, they tend to drop them and replace them with other letters. Most noticeably, they replace it with a hard G sound, well, we call it a hard G sound in English anyway. An example, the name of Harry is Gully in Russian. Though for some reason, Helga did not become Gallagher, but became Olga instead. Why this happened, I'm not too sure. Couldn't find an exact answer, I'm afraid. Maybe it's just because Olga sounded better than Gallagher, or maybe it was because that this land is Kievan Rus, straddled between Germanic languages and Russian language. So they didn't sort of fully adapt it into Russian. They didn't go full Russian, and trust me, you never want to go full Russian. However, in the Russian language, the name Olga is way more than just Olga. Unsurprisingly, I'm actually mispronouncing this name. Shocking, I know. At least I'm mispronouncing the Russian version of the name. In Russian, in Cyrillic Russian alphabet, the name looks like this, which looks kind of bonkers if you don't speak Russian or know anything about the Cyrillic alphabet, like myself. The character in the middle of this name that looks like a lowercase b in English is called a soft sign. It doesn't particularly have an equivalent in the Latin alphabet, but it means the L before it should be pronounced softly. That means that in Russian this name should be pronounced more Olga than Olga. It's a little different. You can find people better than saying it than me online. It's a really minute difference, but it is there, Olga instead of Olga. I'm struggling to say it without it sounding like Olga, but you get the idea. Different name, kind of. Olga, however, isn't the most particularly popular name, at least in the English-speaking world. In the USA, it isn't even in the top 1,000. I believe the last time it was in the top 1,000 was in 1996, was the 986th most popular name. So definitely isn't too popular, I'm afraid. At least in American anyway. At least in the USA anyway. And here in the UK is the 3,151st most popular name, so also not pretty popular here either. But that's okay. Maybe it's time for Olga to come back. Let's bring Olga back. Yeah, let's do it. Call someone Olga. Just do it. You know, keep it out there. Famous Olgas include the likes of Olga Kolbert, a Russian gymnast from the Olympics many moons ago, during the 90s, I believe. Maybe she made the name popular again. That's why it was popular in the USA in the 90s. There's also Olga Koch, a Russian comedian who's actually based here in the UK. I haven't seen much of her stuff. From what I've seen, she seems pretty funny. And also in regards to fictional Olgas and a fictional Helga, actually, we have Helga and Olga from Hey Arnold. The main woman, the main girl, yeah, the one who hates Arnold but secretly loves him, so she's called Helga, and her oldest sister is called Olga. So, best of both worlds. She's really funny. She's one who calls him Football Head all the time. Love Hey Arnold. Such a good show. And for video game Olga, we have Olga from Metal Gear Solid 2. Have not played or seen Metal Gear Solid 2 since it initially came out. I watched my brother play it as a little kid. Is it any good? I remember it being kind of weird and different, like the whole, well, I won't spoil it because no one's played, but the whole twist quite near the beginning. That was mad. Is that still good? Does that hold up? Let me know if Metal Gear Solid 2 holds up. Tell me down below. But anyway, that's just about everything you guys need about the name Olga. But what are your thoughts on this name? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you know anyone with the name Olga? Are you called Olga yourself? Let me know down in the comments below. And of course, I just want to share some of the thoughts you guys had on last week's name of Neville. Alex Saar said, missed the trick with the Neville siblings. You should have mentioned their father, Neville. I cannot believe I missed that one. That's so obvious. Their dad is called Neville. I can't believe that didn't come out. I feel so stupid. But thank you very much for reminding me. A lot of people reminded you. Alex was the first comment I saw on it, so I mentioned his. Thank you so much. And Neville sounds a little bit like a David Bowie song. Espion Mistress said, yes, everyone loves Neville Longbottom from Harry Potter. He becomes an important character in the end, and he gets a heroic arc himself. I know everyone loves Neville. I was just toying with the idea because I love winding people up. Especially Harry Potter fans, they could do with winding up more often. And Eagle said, now let's do Orville next week. Well, sorry about that, we haven't done Orville, but that was a great reminder of that I couldn't actually really think of any other names ending with Ville. But Orville is a great example of one. I looked into Orville quickly. It means Golden Town. I don't know where the or, how that means gold. Maybe ore from like gold ore, possibly. Maybe it was from a mining towns or communities, but there you go. That's where the name Orville comes from. Sorry it didn't get a whole video. Maybe next time around it'll get there. Next week we'll be looking into a name that starts with the letter P, and what name that will be exactly will be chosen on a poll exclusively for my patrons to vote on. So if you enjoy these videos, want to help support the show and have a say in what names get explained, then please do consider donating on Patreon. $1 a month, guys, that's all it takes to have a vote. Not too much money at all. If you can afford it, please do consider it. There'll be a link down below. Thank you. But anyway, guys, that's just about enough for myself for now. Don't forget to go join the Facebook group Friends of Name Explain, and don't forget to go follow me on Instagram where I'm Name Explain YT. Anyway, guys, take care.